Last night, you spent 2 hours deciding what to wear to the party. This morning, it'll take you 2 minutes to list it on Depop and make your money back. Just grab your phone, snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. The sheer dress and platform heels you'll never wear again? There's a birthday girl searching for them right now. Your one and done look is about to pay for your next night out. Or at least the ride home. Your style can make you cash. Start selling on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And joining us now here on Cats and Cosby is Shar Pourdanesh. He is the first Iranian to play in the NFL. Shar, first of all, what are your buddies telling you in Iran? What's going on there?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Rita. Hello, John. Great to be on with you guys again. Listen, news coming out of Iran is kind of far in between because of the internet outage, and vast majority of people use, voice over IP to call in. But we do get in family calls coming in once in a while. They're saying they're willing to put up with the bombing and things like that as long as there's freedom at the end of the light. That's there's light at the end of the tunnel, basically. So that's what we're hearing. So, and I know there's some Iranians out there that are either working for the regime or MEK that are basically against anybody going against this regime. I've seen there's a couple of them here and there. They're spewing out BS and talking about how Iranians don't like it. Trust me, everything that I'm hearing, the vast majority of Iranians are supporting the U.S. operations, and they don't want it to end.
Tell us one additional thing, Shar. Who is in charge? Does anybody really know who's in charge?
Supposedly, and with a very limited information we're getting, there are two main actors. One is Ghalibaf, who is the head of the IRGC. And by the way, the IRGC isn't one big monolith organization. There are many factions, and these factions are almost like warlord type and regional. So Ghalibaf, who was in the negotiations last week in Pakistan, and then also I believe he's the foreign minister, Araghchi. Those are the two main actors. These people are like cockroaches. You knock them out and a new one pops up, but at some point it's going to work. We got to cut off enough heads that the Medusa is going to fall.
What's the reaction on the blockade? Do they think that this is working, that this is really squeezing Iran? And then, my other thought also was the fact that we're hearing that they're planning on executing women now. The regime is ruthless.
Well, what do you mean they're planning on executing women? They've been executing women for years. So this is no new territory in terms of ruthlessness for them. These people are murderers. They're thugs. They're ruthless. They have killed, Rita. They have killed doctors, emergency room doctors, and nurses for working on for trying to help save lives of the protesters. This is not make believe. This is true fact. They have killed emergency room doctors and nurses for helping out the wounded.
Do they think the blockade's working?
I don't have word on the blockade yet in terms of if it's working or not. Just you got to understand that the economic situation in Iran has been horrible. The inflation is ridiculous. Now, Iran has always dealt with high inflation rates, but this is like you're talking about yearly type inflation happening in over a month. Like 180% inflation in over 30 days. So at some point, something's got to give.
Understood. Tell us, in addition, whoever's talking to the United States, can they speak for the entire country, or there's going to be other factions?
For the most part, you have the people that want to keep the power, which is, like I said, between 5 to 10% of the population support that. And who knows? I mean, who knows what kind of infighting they're having, but they're scared. I'm telling you, they're scared because they know there's nowhere for them to run to now. So, the U.S. and Israel did a phenomenal job, cutting off the heads of the snake early on, but there's still a couple more left. So, those two parties that I mentioned, Araghchi and Ghalibaf, those two are nominally in charge right now, as far as we know, but who really knows who's in the background? And the idea of Khamenei's son being in charge, I think he's either dead or he's in a coma or he's just a figure that they're just placing in the front.
Wow. I want to switch gears with you, Shar, because you're in California. Obviously, everything happening with Eric Swalwell, in the governor's race. What are you hearing there about the race? And so many people were saying these rumors about Swalwell were swirling for years in the Democratic Party.
It's honestly, I have given up on California elections and I'm not even that much of a conservative. I'm just right center, but I have given up on them. I'm so disillusioned with California politics because it doesn't matter. It's the Democrats have had a tight hold on this state for many years, and there's no relief in sight. That's why there's such huge. Basically, there's such corruption going on that even it makes Minnesota look holy. So it's terrible, and unfortunately, we have no chance. We are very disillusioned. If you're not far left, you're disillusioned in the state. So I wouldn't be shocked that there's been stuff like this going on because when they have complete power corrupts completely. So I'm not shocked by it at all.
Well, Shar, thank you so much for calling in this Thursday evening, and we pray for peace in Iran. We pray they signed a ceasefire in Lebanon, so we pray for peace for that whole area.
Well, thank you so much, John. Thank you for having me, and thank you for providing me with a platform to speak on behalf of the Iranian people. And listen, one last thing, American people, there will never be negotiations with this regime. There will never, ever be negotiations with this regime because they will always try to knock out the West because they have declared war on us since 1979.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shar.